Hello everybody, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. It's very, very quiet, and we just finished up the boss of the Tower of the Gods, and to finish up this dungeon for good, Link has to climb up here and ring this mighty, mighty bell. So, I guess we've passed the test, and Link is courageous enough, so let's ring this bell. I really, really like this, by the way. I think this is so cool that Link just sits here and rings the bell all on his own, and it just adds to it. Adds to the courageous part. Courageous and strong tower kind of thing. Link is letting his courage be known by the whole land, and it actually opens up a portal, which is probably the path that they were all talking about. You have done well, Link. It would seem the gods have acknowledged you to be a true hero. But this does not mean your trials have ended here. Once you take your first step into the world beyond the ring of light you see shimmering in the waves before you, your true trial will begin. Are you ready, Link? Well, I don't have much of a choice, because he's gonna go in here anyways, and we're gonna start another part of this game. This is rather interesting. Probably one of my more favorite parts. So throw all your logic out the window, because we are underwater, breathing, and there is an entire world underneath the water. Now that is a good way to hide from your enemies. I'll tell you what, you are probably wondering where we are, aren't you? Unfortunately, there is not enough time for me to explain it to you now. Once you are able to strike down Ganon with the item you obtain in this castle, all will be made clear to you. Trust in my words, see what awaits you in the castle. Alright, so King of Red Lines doesn't really tell you where we are, but you can probably guess. And I don't know why, but I just love this place. It's so hauntingly gorgeous, because it's just so deserted, and it's in black and white, but it's creepy, but it's just so beautiful at the same time. So let's go in here and see what it is we have to do next. And everything is frozen in time. Yeah, very eerie. He doesn't really tell you how to get the item that you need to get, but it should be abundantly clear to you when you come to this piece of art here. Alright, Link, I'll need you to listen to me for a moment. The item you seek is hidden somewhere in this castle. To find it, you must find the entrance to the basement. But that entrance has been blocked by a mighty threshold, firmly sealed to prevent evil from ever gaining access. Do you know where to search and what you must do to open the hidden way? You will find a clue in the shape of the herald near where we arrived at the castle. When in doubt, look for the Triforce. So what you need to do here is you need to bring these blocks over so that they correspond with the part of the Triforce. Now this is kind of difficult because you have to grab it at a certain angle and bring it over. I'm no good at this puzzle. I don't know why. I mean, it's not a difficult puzzle, but it can just be a big pain in the butt. So, because even if you get one piece in there, another piece is gonna interfere, or you know, something's gonna happen. So, and I can't. Honestly, I can't grab this piece, but I can. So there's our first piece. And you can also manipulate this, like this piece is here, but I can really easily get it moved to here or to here. So just kind of try to get the pieces in the middle first, and then worry about how to get them covered later. Okay. So I might end up just cutting to when I get this. I don't really have a strategy for this. I kind of just pull until I get something. And I get kind of fooled sometimes if, you know, like pushing and pulling. But, yeah, we could be here all day, trust me. I'm terrible at this puzzle, so I'm just gonna see you guys when I actually get this figured out. Okay, so that didn't take me very long at all. Actually, I might just end up speeding that part up so you can see what I did, because it really wasn't that much puzzle work. But anyways, here we go. Once you have the boxes in the shape of the Triforce, we'll be able to enter the basement. If horror films have taught us anything, it's to not go into the basement, but in this case, I guess we have to. That is our next course of action. Okay. Creepy, eerie basement, still frozen in time. Excellent, Link. To perceive such a puzzle and decipher it is no small feat. Now take the sword that lies before you. It is none other than the Master Sword, the blade of evil's bane. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above. Alright, so we all know the tradition with the Master Sword. We gotta pull it out of the pedestal, and only a hero can do it. So let's hope Link is the one, and success. So that was kind of strange. But nonetheless, we get the Master Sword, so there we go. You got the Master Sword, the legendary blade with the power to repel evil, once wielded by the legendary hero himself. And may I say, Link's face is hilarious. He's just like, I have no idea what's going on right now. Although I guess if a colorless castle poured like light and color into it before your very eyes, you would kind of be skeptical as to what's going on. So, as you saw out there, everything was returned to life with the castle returning back to color. So we're gonna have to do a lot of fighting. But I think it's a good thing because we also get a lot of loot collecting. And it's just fun to beat up some enemies, really. So let's start with this guy. Of course, sometimes like I can't get the button command because there's two of them, and I guess it maybe doesn't know which one it's focusing on. But anyways, maybe we'll come back to him. You want to have your grappling hook for this because you can get some treasures, of course. And now that you have your Master Sword, you kill enemies a lot faster as well. It's a little bit more powered up than your original sword, so... Or at least I think it is. I don't know if it is at this point, but kind of seems like it. And yes, you do have to defeat every single creature in here. You don't have a choice, so go ahead and just, you know, start at one end and just do what it is you feel like doing, because you are going to have to try and defeat all of them to get out of here, so... Come on. Good thing about them is that they'll hit each other, which really helps things along. As you can see, that guy just killed that guy for me. I had to do pretty much no work. I even got his Knight's Crest before he died. So, I suggest, at least at the very least, stealing as many Knight's Crests as you can. This is where we're going to get the majority of the Knight's Crest that we need for Orca. I remember last time I had missed a few, and I was really freaking out because I didn't have 10, and it took me a really long time to get the 10 that I needed. So, at the very least, try and get those 10 Knight's Crest for Orca. So, there we go. And then I just take care of them. Action command makes things really easy. Especially once you get one piece of armor off, these guys are just pretty much toast. And the good thing about these enemies too is I guess they're considered, bigger enemies, quote unquote. So they drop a lot of treasure, like these treasure orbs and things, so you can get a lot of rupees and you can fill up on supplies and things too. I filled up on arrows and everything as well, so... Take care of you. Good thing about that is it stuns these guys. Like, these guys are no problem to us now compared to what they used to be in the very beginning of the game. I think I already stole his. I might not have, but... I don't know, it's around his neck. What am I talking about? Of course I didn't steal it. There we go. That's the thing I like about this game too, is like as soon as you steal their item from them, it actually disappears. Like, you can see that when I stole his necklace actually disappeared from his neck. Which is nice. The games don't do that as much anymore, like where they actually, if you equip a piece of armor, the armor actually kind of shows up on your character or something. I kind of miss that about some video games. There are some games that don't do that anymore, and I wish they did. It just makes it look so much cooler. Ugh. Crap, he died. I didn't get his armors. Nice, there we go. Sometimes if you don't get the action command just right, you won't be able to get their helmet, but sometimes they will drop it in their little treasure orbs, so look out that way as well. I just got those two in their orbs they drop, so thank God, or else I would have been short a few of them. And I think I took care of this side, so let's keep going up. I would just start at one end of the castle and just kind of comb your way through. It's probably the easiest way to do things, because if you do miss an enemy, chances are you're just going to miss one or two of them, and they can be kind of a pain to find, because this place is big, and they don't necessarily always show up in an area that is completely obvious. Of course, I don't know if I killed them or not. I knocked them down, but I didn't hear them die, so I don't know. Anyways... Go to you. Yeah, I think they die when they fall down. Didn't mean to take out my arrow, but that worked. I just completely stunned him. There we go. I don't really have much to talk about, so sorry if my commentary's been lacking in this episode. I just really love to kick butt. I love these moments where it's just pure action, because RPGs in general just have so much storyline that sometimes it's just good to take a break from all the talking and just get to some action. And I'm still missing an enemy. And two enemies, I guess, these guys down here. You'll know because if you go up, there's like a scene that'll play and a barrier will dispel. That's how you know you beat this area. Get rid of you so I can focus on this guy, and it looks like this is probably my last enemy off plate. It's either that or it's another enemy down here that I didn't quite get yet. I don't recall coming to this side, but they're usually just in the top hallways, the bottom hallways, and then just in the central room here. And there we go, just like that. When that pops up, you'll know you've defeated all the enemies, because you can pretty much get out of here, and you're pretty much trapped in here until you defeat all of the enemies. So with that, I think this episode is pretty long, and full of action, and big turning point in the story. So we're gonna leave now, and in the next video, we're gonna find out what we do from here, because, God, what do? We just pulled out the Master Sword, this crazy castle, turned from black and white into color. We gotta go defeat Ganondorf. There's just so much on Link's plate. So, thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope that I will see you all later.